Hello, hello. We are back. Oh my God, my trade already went shit. I thought I had until 10. Oh shit, that was the move I was waiting for. Okay, well. I thought, you know what? Let me look and I thought it might go down first and then make that move, and then I'm just watching like, oh my God, it just made that move. But anyway, bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Um, we finally get the move to the upside now. Yeah, I think I'm getting in still because I still have a move to 825-ish. The move that I was actually looking for yesterday, right? Remember? But I don't want to. Let's see what happens at midnight because we might. We're in a macro now. It's a little bit tricky now to enter, but I don't think we're going to go down anymore because we're above the. Ah ha 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 ha! You nasty little boy. Okay, let's see, guys. Let's quickly assess. Is there anything where we can use? Get a spike up. We want to wait for a retest of something. Maybe we get it. Might have to act fast. Break. I don't like the structure of the breaker, but let's see. Obviously, we'll get a reaction at midnight, which we're getting right now. Gosh, that was a fast. I did not expect that before 10 o'clock. Let me quickly check a few things. What else do we have? 20. Okay. 9:30. Okay, let's see. 789. 789. 789. Where are we now? Where are we at? 789. 40 points. Okay. Hey, Saturday. I sound like Sharon Osbourne. I don't know how she sounds actually. What is my voice or just? But she sings, right? Is that a compliment or is it not a compliment? I actually have no idea. How's it going, guys? This was a move I was actually hoping that we would get, but 789. I think we're in the macros 953. I just wanna. Again, it's just so unclear to. Hold on. Let me have a look at the 4 hour. We have a lot of things up there what we need to do. But hey, listen, we are still in a consolidation area. Look, that's why I'm very, like I said, we have like all these 4 hour babies. Look, all four. These are 4 hour. We're really in a higher time frame consolidation area, and even now with this move, we did not actually break out of it. So that's why caution is still. But I thought we would break to the downside, right? And then I thought this was my after 10 o'clock trade. But yeah, I know who she is, but I don't know how her voice is. I don't know what the voice. If she. Oh, I thought she was the daughter. Actually, no, I didn't know. But she's pretty wild though. I think, right? You sound like Sharon Osbourne. Well, I should check it if it's a compliment or not. I actually never heard that I sounded like someone. I have heard that I looked like a few people, but not like sounded like a few. So there was one guy here in the stream. He says, "Oh, you look like the actress of Stranger Things," and I was like, ah. And I was like, who does he mean? And then he said her name, and then I Googled it, and that was Winona Ryder. And like, okay, well, that's a pretty good compliment. Okay. 789. I think we can go to 790, but I still have this. 789. I still have my. I still think we're going high. Yeah, I'm getting in paper trading, guys. Hey, don't worry. No, it's fine. I like it. No worry. If I'm like that as well. If I think that, hey, if somebody sounds or looks like someone, I also always say it. So, okay. So why am I entering? Right? I'm entering because of the macro, and it's not really moving away yet. Now I can still be stopped out. I haven't set my stop loss yet. Now I wouldn't do this in my normal account yet, but we've got so much things that we're supposed to get yesterday. So I think sometimes it's just a day. When was that? So in my journaling a while back, I noticed so everything happens a day later, and it feels like that the same way. So I'm going to put my TP on the same spot where I put it yesterday. Let me just check. Was that one? Yeah. I might have to take it a little bit lower again, but we'll see. I'm going to aim for it. There's my trade for now. Same trade. Now I know it will not go very fast. No, I think it's here. I quickly need to do something. Okay, what are we doing on the higher time? Okay, so we finally took out London Asia high. Yeah, no, I'm fine here. Hey Jim. Um, this was actually the same play that I wanted yesterday morning, the opening place, and I didn't get it. And it's the 75% of the yesterday openings range gap. So we were filled until here yesterday. So the moment we can go after above the 0.5, I have confidence in the trade that it might go it might go here. It's a little bit. I might have. It might take a bit longer because we also have a little gap here above, so we might go even higher. But let's see. Again, I mean, I would be surprised if we. So yesterday we went up to here, so we need to go up above this. So come on now, NQ, give it to me. Give it to me. Is a breaker block in play? Ooh, people are getting excited about the breaker block. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm not playing the breaker block right now because we didn't have a retest. I've seen the breaker block, but now we could get the retest and that could be stopped out. Yes, then I have to re-enter. You're looking at this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, it might be, Jim. I might be too. I moved my stop already, so that might be my mistake because I thought we might gonna get a run to the upside a little bit faster. But on the other hand, if I look at this area, I think it's balanced, right? You see here, you got the wicks, and we wicked here into it, so it looks for now as it seems that we have a rebalancing here. So I don't, that's why I just put it below the 4 o'clock and above this first presented. So I thought, okay, we might not have to go there anymore, but With price action like this, you never know, right? And technically, this is the retest here of the breaker. By the way, okay, talking about the breaker on the 1 minute, this was the retest, by the way. I am new here. Sorry, I need more coffee. So this is the breaker retest. You got the breaker here, right? And this is the retest at 9:53. So I'm late to the party. So if you got in here, let's see. Let's do the calculation. I might still be stopped out. This price action is so horrible now. Remember we got FMC minutes today, right? At 2. Where are you? You know, actually, guys, we're still in that consolidation area. You can see that, right? You can see that on the 4 hour, we're still in this range. So we're still in this low probability area. Yeah, Jim, I don't think we missed anything, to be honest. We did take out this low on this 4 hour, so you would expect to go higher, right? So we finished the 6 hour, the 6 o'clock 4 hour. We made a new candle now. Now the question is, what are we going to do? We did sweep the high here. Oh, we did not. Did we create an equal high? Is that equal? Did we create an equal high? 77425. No, we swept it a little bit. See that? We swept this one with 2 ticks. I hate these areas. Yeah, I'm stopped out. It's okay. So, um, is this a retest of the breaker on the 5 minute? Could that be? Could be, right? This breaker could be retested here. Where do you go to? You are here. 789. I like that number though. I have that number also on another calculation, but I just don't like the trade too much. Now, if we can get in here, let's see if we can. Let's go to the 1 minute. Gosh, it's such a long time in consolidation, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other side, the left side had 9. So we might have we might have to have another one. We have the FOMC minutes at 2, right? So maybe it's not gonna go out of this range after, not before after 2. That will be horrible. What's the 60? What do you mean? I don't understand, Jim. What's the 60? What's the 60, 50% of, I don't understand the question. What's the 50% of the move of what? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you are actually asking. The move up. I don't understand. I don't know what you're actually. I have no idea what you're talking about. The move. What do you mean? I think we're retracing right now, but you know, it is. I was thinking we would go higher, but because yesterday we had a opening range gap there, and we just filled it to 50. Oh, that's what I think. I know what you mean. I think I understand what you mean. Yeah. I gotcha. I think I gotcha. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. I gotcha. You are referring to this one here, 50% to this one here. Is that it? 0.5, was that what you, so this 0.5 or 50%, this was yesterday midpoint of the opening range gap, and we filled it until there. So there is still some unfilled business higher, and exactly, and that whole opening range gap above this 50% needs some sell side and buy side, I believe. So that's why I was anticipating that move up yesterday already, but we didn't get it. So I got stopped out in profit yesterday, and I was actually aiming for it again. But when you're in this area with all these wicks, you know, it doesn't go there at once. It's always back and forth, right, with wicks. So so I'm really happy that I'm not, you know, anticipating with my own on an eval or a funded or whatever. So that's why I'm anticipating the move up, because, but we also have an N walk here, which also needs some work to be done in. So it's either or, and I guess NQ tricked me just now. Pam. Let's have a look at gold quickly. I think gold also has more move to the upside. And Q, you are not being funny today. Same old, same old. It's the end of the year, guys. And FOMC minutes. Now, FOMC minutes are not so hectic as the FOMC meetings themselves, but it would be very annoying, right, if they would wait. Let's count candles again here. You see here all those 4 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 before we get a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have one more to go. If it doesn't always mimic exactly, but sometimes it does. If it does, we won't move until 2, right? Because then, well, actually not, because then it moves in the next candle after that. But let's hope not. Well, it can. You know, imagine that if this is the only thing that it wants to do this year, right? And this up here, it's not a lot of movement. It's just here, right? Let's say less than 100 points, and to the upside, a little bit over 100 points. Now there is, if you look at the daily, there is a little bit, there are more gaps. We have another one here, all the way here. That's, I would say, why you not, just start running, or maybe it will. If we go here, are we gonna go 400 points down? That might be a nice movement. I want to catch that one. And we have another one here as well. So I'm wondering. Let's keep an who knows? We might have a drop because we've been consolidating a lot. Are we going to get a consolidation now? A distribution? Oh, that's actually really interesting. I mean, that will be such a nice. That will make my. That move would really make me very excited if that will be the case. Okay, let's see if this will be the manipulation move, and we're going to get the distribution. I can't read it properly, to be honest. I don't see it properly, but who knows? Let's see. How far are we going to go down? Where is 4? 6. We might make it to this one here. I don't think it's gonna go all the way here. I think it might go all the way here, maybe 219. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's gonna go. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna fall? Okay, let's quickly scan. Breaker here. 1013. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in and sell. Hold on. I think it's gonna drop. 1013. Did we mitigate this already? Today it's TP. Is it Are you fooling me again, MQ? Now I don't want to get easy because I'm doing demos, paper trading. I don't want to do that. I really want to stay on my game. 625. Are we gonna get a retracement? I'll re-enter on a retracement. Hold on. I just don't want to risk too much. 25. Exactly here. Exactly here. Don't take it further. Hey, Chris. Um, you know what's so difficult now is the time. It's just so much distortion all the time. Um, and everything runs out of macro. Here we go again, back up. Um, it's so annoying now. I'm just paper trading, by the way, guys. I'm not doing anything anymore at the end of the year. But I still want to be right. I hate it to be wrong. I'm just watching how it behaves at this first presented. Look on the daily, it looks like we're going to distribute to the downside, right? If you look on the daily, you see this candle here. So I'm sort of like anticipating a move to the downside on the daily. So it has to start at some point. We've started the new 4-hour candle. Now my only concern is that we might get another one of those 4-hour consolidation candles, but I do think we're going to have a distribution to the downside at some point today. I just hope we get a little bit of a NQ. I hate you today. Let's see. 10:17. We might have to wait till 10:30, maybe even till 10:51. Uh, you know what I don't like as well? We still have this level from yesterday above us as well that needs to be. So maybe. Mm, 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 mm. The chop is real, yeah. The chop is real. Time distortion, chop, manipulation, the FU algo is on. Okay, now what are we seeing? The bodies are staying below the first presented of Monday. Let's see. I'm going to put my stop above this. If we go above this first presented fair value gap, it invalidates my trade. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I should put it above the wick here. Yeah. Still 1, 2, 3. That's okay. Where's my 10 o'clock? Where is my 10 o'clock opening price? 9:30. Where are you? Where did my 10 o'clock go? Oh, you're all the way up here? Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, this is such a low probability trade, guys. This is just chop, and you're still in a consolidation area. Um, 9, 10 o'clock is there. Oh, is ES? Let me have a look at ES. ES looks like it really wants to go short, right? But you know what, guys? Let's see. It looks like it wants to, right? But it could fool us anytime. So if you consider this is the whole range, right, from here to here, it could go easily all the way back up here to my 10 o'clock. I have a little gap here, and in this 4 hour candle back and forth. So I wouldn't be surprised we go all the way back up. We have this little gap here. Maybe take out the high and then maybe make it's all possible because it's just going to manipulate. I'm going to leave my trade on. It's okay. Um, but you see this whole range, we can just easily go back and forth all the way up here. And you see this little gap here at the 10 o'clock? That makes me very nervous. Not nervous, but I think it's not ready to go down yet. I don't trust it. I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe this is the manipulation move of the 10 o'clock candle, and then we go up, right? So this is going to be the wick to the downside, and then we're going to have a higher. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I'm more inclined to go long in this area than short. I think this is the manipulation move, and then we're going to have a long. And even though if it would go here, it's still in the range. It doesn't mean anything on the higher time frame if that's the case, right? So it doesn't mean anything on in this area. So I think this is a very and then it might take a little bit of a tag here and then go lower. Yeah, so nasty today, NQ. It's horrible. You're not friendly. You're not user friendly today. You were so nice yesterday. Oh, did I eat too much garlic today? Okay, yeah, there we go. I think we're going for a long. I think this is going to be the wick. I think we're forming the wick of the four of the 10 o'clock. It's going to be this maybe. What time is it? 10:23. 20. Yeah, I know what you're doing, NQ. I know what you're doing. Okay, we're going up. We're going to fill this little gap here. Mm. It's a long, guys. Yeah, it's a long. I already saw when I was looking for my 10 o'clock and I was like, oh, look at there's a little gap here. Um, we have a flat bottom here with a wick here, so we might go a little bit higher, but it's gonna take. Hey, Shukiyasin. Yeah, I got out of the short already because I just like, okay, this is not gonna work. We're all gonna. I think long short are gonna be screwed now, both ways. I think we have to wait until 10:30, maybe even 10:50. Let's watch. I mean, it's okay. And this is why a lot of people already stopped trading in these months, right? Because of this higher time frame consolidation. What is the S doing? Did the S move? Did we get SMT? Let's see it. If we get SMT, it might be interesting, right? Because if we have 15 minutes, let's see, we get SMT in 5 minutes. It looks like we might get SMT though, because ES took out the low and Q did not. If that stays the same, we might have SMT. I think we're going up to go down first. So I think the move to the downside is coming later. So I'm more inclined to look for long to go short afterwards. And the reason why is because this range is so large, we can easily go back and forth in this range a couple of times, which is not a small range, guys. It's, you know, you can still make 50, 60 points before we go down. But on the other hand, we still have this gap above this 50%. I'm going to move my, let me change this because I need my data here. Where's my 50%? Save a 65 and 20. Here we go. Hello, Casey. How are you doing? we knew we were gonna get into more difficult price action, right? So I'm doing great. Yeah, everything is really nice. Beautiful weather here today. Had a nice London session. We were in the same zone stock though, but nothing changed. Looking at the charts though, but it's still good. What about yourself? Looking forward to the new year. Hey, yeah, Dean. Hey, you need to talk to your brother. Your brother's being nasty today. It's Dean. I've counted the. We have 9 of these 4-hour candles here. We're just in number 8 here. So the worst case scenario is we don't move at all. We just move in this range for 2 more 4-hour candles, or it's going to trick us and it's going to move to one side first and then to the other. But now, where are my levels again? Ah, where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Is it so difficult for you to move them correctly, Mrs. Come on. I need my levels here. 60, 25. Here you go. So yesterday, the opening range gap was filled to here, and we had some levels. So this was my trade. yesterday. I'm still aiming for that trade today. I hope it will come today, but it will be a little bit out of the range. But I don't know if we have to go so high, to be honest. But see, it's leaving all these little gaps here. Is there? We have a little gap here. Is this balanced or not? Did they leave any trick here? There you go. Here's a little gap. Yeah, I don't trust it at all. I mean, 731, 50% to here. He's a naughty boy. We might mitigated this here. Rebalance here. This is a 10 o'clock opening candle with a little gap. Where's ES? Okay, let's see. So ES took out the low here, and Q did not. But ES, they look like they want to go to the downside, right? Yeah, look at the daily. I mean, the daily looks like it wants to expand to the downside so badly. But on the other hand, look at this area here. It might wick into this area here and then spike back up. No, it's not really breaking. It's just not doing anything, right? No conviction, exactly, yes. Well, it feels like it has conviction to to stop everyone out. Long, short, long, short. Yeah. Um, this week, where are you? You're here. I think I'm very interested in a long at some point, but I don't know where to enter and where to put my stop loss. Why? Because of that yesterday's price action, and it's still within this. Yeah. Mm, I need to find. I need some retest. I think I'm gonna go with a retest of time. Something. Let me see. Hold on. Um, breaker retest, but it's not in a macro. Let me see if I can get to R with my 2R from here. I am bullish. I don't know where to enter. Will you be the breaker? Future breaker? No, it's too far. I like that. Exactly above this liquidity, going to midnight. I this triggers me a lot because as a AM, I use this. For me, the manipulation move of the 10 o'clock candle is very important, and I'm just wondering. This is that we are forming now. This is the manipulation move, and we're going to form now. We're going to the upside for this only for this, and then maybe after 2 we might go down. I don't. we get a manipulation move out of this consolidation zone, boom, and then distribution to the downside. Yeah, let's see. You shiver. Ah. No, we should not be. You should not have fear when you enter a trade, right? You should have full conviction, and you have to be okay with being totally wrong. When I'm doing everything by the book, I have total. I accept that I could be always wrong, and I have. I'm actually very comfortable with also losing them. When I do everything by the book and I'm really in the zone and trading properly, and my levels are okay. But once I start deviating from my rules, and then I also start to feel like uncomfortable, and I don't know what I'm just trying to force a trade. Then I get that feeling of, well, not really shivering, but I just get very uncomfortable, and I know that I'm not following my rules. But sometimes you just don't really know that you're doing that, right? But if your feeling tells you to. I'm also getting a little bit impatient though with this price action though. I can feel it. Because at some point you're like, okay, come on and show us what you want to do now. It's been like, but we just have to submit. We just have to like, hey Bob, it's so cool to hear someone say out loud what goes through my mind all the time. Yeah, I mean it is the way. I mean it's like the struggle of the your inner voice, right, of a trader. It's like sometimes you just know that you're not doing it, you're not following your rules, but you tell yourself that you are, but you know deep inside that you're not, and that's something else is going on, right? Okay, let's see. That was a nice little wick. Okay. MJ been right on the money. I still think it's a long, guys, to be honest. I'm still not convinced of a short at the moment. If it goes without me, it's okay, but okay. Let me see where if I can enter. Is my breaker? It's not a macro here. Exactly, Bob. Yeah, it's. But I think we are, because we're in this large range. I do think we have some room to the upside. And those 4-hour candles. If you look to the left, we had 9 of them, and we are number 8 right now. So we could basically just go in this whole range. It's quite a big. I mean, if you go all the way in this range, all the way up, it's still with 760 here. So I think I'm actually planning. I'm planning for a long. Let's see, 1047. Let's see where we get something, some clarity in the 1041. I'll go to the 1 minute, by the way. I'm on the 30 seconds. Hold on. Let me go back to the 1 minute. I totally forgot about that. Let me go to the, yeah. Okay, 1048. Let's see if we can get over future breaker. Seven, 8, 1. 755. On the low side, I like 7 as and also yesterday as well. Yeah, the point is that we need to go in both areas. We need to go up here and we need to go up here. But I think, yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm looking at the 10 o'clock at how price is behaving. I think we're going to go, we're forming the manipulation. Jays, the FOMC minutes are not, it's not the FOMC meeting itself, it's just the minutes. Now, I do think they will use the data a little bit to move the market, but I think this is a long. I've been saying that, but I don't know where to enter, to be honest. So I'm not gonna. It might just move without me, but the meetings are not as hectic as. But like, for example, what I think they might do, if they leave this, they might just take it down with 1 wick, right, to here, and then we might go up now and then go down later on with that 1 wick at the 2 a.m. 2 p.m. It's gonna. I know. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to. You're gonna fill this little gap here. I said, you guys. I said it's a long, but I don't know where to enter. So that's frustrating. And even though I'm paper trading, it's frustrating. I really get. I get annoyed a little bit because I want to be in that trade, even though it's just a paper trade. So where can I enter without being? We can wick here. We can go back down again. I know it's where it's going. Yeah, where would you guys? Anyone see a good entry? Just market order in and take a just, hey, let's YOLO. It's the last day of the month, right? No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to teach myself bad habits. Okay, I'm going to the 30 seconds. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make a attempt. Okay, let's see. If this is the breaker has been activated. Well, I know where it's going. This was the in a break. This is in the macro. I already calculated this one, right? Well, I already pointed out the 2R from this trade here. Around midnight, but I think it's going to go higher though. I think it's going to go here. Damn it, this is annoying. It's going to go here. 756. It's going to go higher. It's going to go to my entry from yesterday. That was this one here, guys. 827. This was my TP yesterday. It's going to go there now. £100. Should find an entry somewhere. Oh, where would I get in? Where would I get in? I find it so difficult to get in from consolidation when it moves away from consolidation. I always struggle with that a little bit when I don't have a clear AMD. Maybe because it's not maybe it's not because it's the distribution. Maybe it's because the manipulation move, and I don't do well. I don't do as well on the manipulation move as on the distribution move. So, I don't know where to calculate you from. I hate that. God damn it. I need to use something else. I'm going to use Asia. Where's Asia? Need my levels. Where's Asia? Where are you, Asia? $821. Yeah, fine. I'm going to take that trade. Okay, I've got my confirmation. Okay. I'm going to find the entry. I want to take a trade to this area here. Because we still have an area that needs to be mitigated here above. It was they left it open yesterday. Yeah, I'm getting in. What is the time? 10:55. We're in a macro. I just want to wait. Let me wait until we are above 4 o'clock. I need that confirmation. We disrespected this inversion, right? This was the retest. It's a retest. I consider that a retest. Yes. Okay. My stop loss is here, and my TP is 825. It might take a while. I have to go back to my calculation from Asia. Where's my Asia? 125 here. 822. Okay. Now we could get an, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get a break or retest. I need to accept the trade. Okay, I'm all good. I accept the risk. I know it's a paper trade, guy, but I feel the same with a paper trade. Yeah, I totally agree with you, MTC. If you look at the daily, right, it daily has a bearish feel to it. But look, we already look at the daily now. We might go a little bit higher, mitigate this area, and then go back down, right? You know, when we have the minute, they could take it down very easily. So right now, if you look at the 4 hour, we're still in that bloody range. Technically, we're not really doing much. It's just going to be this little area out of it that might be a little bit of the manipulation move out of that. And for me, when I saw this 10 o'clock, the opening with a gap, you know, I trade off the manipulation move of the 10 o'clock, right? So for me, if this is the manipulation move of the 10 o'clock, I want to be in. I actually need to be in below before it gets back to the open price, right? So I'm already very late for my power of three trade, so to speak. So I always get annoyed when I don't read it properly, because if it goes up and I'm not in, I should have been positioned here already, but I just couldn't read it. I just don't, I still cannot read it properly, to be honest. So it makes me, I get annoyed a little bit if I can't really read it properly, but anyway, we'll see. Let's see how it reacts here. If it goes over this, then we are, I think I'm going to trail it to break even. If I get stopped out, I'll re-enter again, because I don't want to lose it. No, you're not going to do that. Okay, so we're at midnight, so obviously it's going to go. Oh, you trade Asia and London? Yeah, we traded London as well. I think London was also not too good for us as well. I can't even remember, but we chatted a lot. I think we had a good time though. But yesterday was better, right? Yesterday was a little bit better. But hey, listen, we can't have it all, right? It's end of the year. We're easing out of the. It's the FOMC minutes. It's not the FOMC itself. It's just the minutes of the FOMC 3 weeks ago. Now, most of the times, the meetings are not so volatile as the minutes itself. The minutes are not so volatile as the meeting itself. But in a day like this, they could use it. You know, it's still red folder, right? No, yeah, is it red? Yeah, it's red folder. Obviously, we're getting a reaction at midnight. Yeah, technically they say that the minutes are 8 times less volatile than the meeting, but I'm thinking last day of the month, last day of the year, they are going to use everything to balance out all the imbalances, right? And we have them up and we have them down. So I wonder we still have a half day tomorrow as well with unemployment claims, news as well. So let's see. Well, not definitely. Hold on. Hold your horses. Don't say definitely, Iris. um, let's see what it does when it fills this little gap. Power 3, baby. Come on. If I would get a body close over 10 o'clock now, I would add to my position in a macro normally, because then I would know for sure that this is now the wick of my 10 o'clock candle or my 4 hour, and we're going to get distribution to the upside. Who was asking about propulsion blocks this morning? Jay, wasn't you? Did you post something, Shuka Yasin, in the channel? Did you post a trade? Let me have a look. Did you post something? Now you make me curious. You have to be a little bit more clear what you are I just see a chart and I don't really know what you're Nasdaq, that's you, right? Shuka Yasin, is that you? I don't know. I just see a chart and you say, what do you think? And I don't know what you're actually looking at because it's just a chart doesn't mean a lot to me. I don't know what you're actually. You really have to give more text context to it a little bit. I don't see a trade on it or I don't see anything on it, right? Or am I missing something? I don't see any position. It's also black. It's very hard to read. Oh, hold on. I don't see where you put a trade on or something like that. Oh, stop. Very small. Right. I don't see any context. You really need to put down more text what you're actually looking for, to be honest, because I see a stopper, but I don't see what your structure is or what you are actually looking for or your strategy. I see a stop loss, but I don't know if you put your TP in as well. I think you're looking for a long, right? No, you're looking for a short because your stop loss is above your buy. It's not clear. I'm sorry, but it's not really clear to me. But if it's a long, you know that I'm long now. So, but I think you're looking for a short, right, on that one. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. I can't really. Did you post another one? Let me quickly have a look. Let me see my. Well, if you're in a buy, why is your stop above your buy? Or did you move your stop already? Is that it? Did you move your stop above your buy? Because that's why I'm confused. Because I just see, I see your stop is above your buy, so that's why I thought you were in a short. Yeah, I'm not gonna. You have to give more context to the chart because it's very hard to see because it's very small and it's black. I hate black. I can't see it well and it's very small and I don't know what your I can't see where your TP is. But if you're in a long, hey, if you're in a long, You know where I'm in, right? Now, the only thing that, yeah, okay, you moved your stopper. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is that because we have so much time distortion, what sometimes happens around this area that is going to distort again around this area because, you know, this is the place where it should move from, but it's not going to do it yet because it's going to distort another. Because remember, we're in that 4 hour candle, and we might just, you know, it doesn't want to move in this 4 hour candle. So that's a possibility. So I could be stopped out. Now, if it's a nice scenario, it would move, and then you would get your, you know, then you have AMD, your power of three would be in play. But now I'm like, yeah, exactly, Jay. That's my little bit my concern that it's not going to move in this 4 hour candle. So we still have 3 hours to 2 o'clock, right? Well, let's see. I mean, maybe NQ doesn't want us. Well, it's not FOMC, guys. It's the minutes. So the minutes are just the minutes of the FOMC, which was 3 weeks ago. They are generally speaking less volatile. But because it's the last year, the last day of the month, and the full day, I do think we're going to get a reaction. But this is my go-to model, my AMD play. But I am worried in the sense of how much time distortion we are having, that it might not make the move now. But the way it's moving, I don't think it's really wicking now and really going back. It's just distorting more. So I'm not really worried about that, but I'm more worried about, you know, we might distort again because this 4 hour candle might not want to move, and it might want to do it in the next 4 hour candle, which is the FOMC minutes. But the point is, if you know where the liquidity is and where the imbalances are, you can, like right now, if it's going to go up and we're going to fill all those imbalances that is visible, and we only have imbalances on the downside, you know, then we might already know where FOMC, where the minutes are going, right? It might give us a push to the downside, and we might use this time from 11 to 2 to go up to the 8 to 1-ish, maybe even, well, maybe it's too high. Maybe I'm asking too much of the market now. But let's see. See, the macro is over, so that worries me a little bit. Like I said, you know, we have a gap here and with the time, but let's see. I think it's still going to go up. Yeah. So we might go back into the range, stop me out, and I'll re-enter again to take that move up. I'll do that if I get stopped out. I'm just paper trading, by the way. But hey, it's still, it's all about execution and getting better at reading price, right? Okay, come on. Now go over that bloody 10 o'clock and give us a push now. And Q, you can do it. We've been through this. 12 past 11. Let me look at the 1 hour candle. See, I don't like this. It's very tricky. Ooh la la. It already took out this, so we might. Hmm. Yeah, but I sometimes forget to look at it. And I don't think they're really, also Jay, what I notice on days like this, it's sometimes it doesn't mean anything. You have SMT on both sides all the time, and then as long as you're in this area here, in this consolidation area, it technically doesn't mean anything. Hey, MTC, I agree with you, but I think both are in play because it's the end of the year. They tend to balance out all those imbalances that are still left over, and we only have today and tomorrow left. So um, I definitely think that those yesterday lows and this end walk that we have down there definitely is um, is still on the menu. Yes, but I do think because we have this was actually left over from yesterday's opening range gap, and it was above exactly above. We filled the gap until exactly this level. So we just need a pop above here and then into here, and then we're done with this area. And then I think we're ready to go back down. But we'll see. Maybe there's more up that I don't know well, I think there's more up higher, but I don't know if we're going to go there. But let's see. I do think now we're above 10 o'clock. I do think we're going to get moved to the upside. I think it's ready to. It looks like it will. I don't think we're going to go lower now. Let's see. 11:14. Yeah. Yeah, it's staying now above the 10 o'clock. I like that. This is my TP here. Patience. So so Jay, I tend not to look too much at SMT when it's in consolidation like this, but also because I frame my trade more about imbalances that needs to be balanced, right? So I don't actually care. I do care about SMT, but um, normally when I have a proper AMD trade, the distribution, I need SMT. But now it's just about balancing out the last imbalances that are left in the chart. And, like I said yesterday, we still have this piece of above here. So I think this is just such a, well, like I say, it's such a small pop, so we can do it. But yesterday didn't do it either. So, yeah, Jam, I do trade like that on my own account. I scale in and scale out a lot with micros. I just chart on here with Nasdaq. I always, even though when I do micros, I always chart on NQ. I never chart on MNQ. Mm. Hey, let me be clear, guys. I love micros, and I definitely skill in and skill out with them as well. Um, and yes, and I have a lot of TPs. Definitely, Jim. Yes, yes, yes. But for now, I would just, I really think we're going here now. It's just going to take its time. That's all. So I guess just have to be patient. For me, the long in the consolidation zone, I had a good entry because ES took out the low already. Yes, but did you look at the yeah, for me that wasn't enough because I thought NQ could still do it for a while because it looked like until we started to go up, right? So I actually waited quite a bit before I got my confirmation. I really wanted to see because I thought we could still pop here back to the downside and also take that low out. So I just didn't trust it for such a long time. So did you enter, Jay? Where did you enter? So you were in a long too? So you entered somewhere here. Did you use this inversion? I could not do. I was too because I thought we could move back down again from here because this has been such a barrier. So I waited until we are up here. I waited until we were above the first presented. I had to wait a little bit longer. I could not. I just I got stopped out already a few times. Remember? So then I get more cautious before I enter, I guess. Hey, even oh wow, okay. No, for me that was too yeah, I didn't have enough confirmation at that point. But nice, eh? What's your TP? Can have a look at ES. So for me also, why I hold on, because we had that wick here. I thought we might 25.7. See this wick here on ES? I thought we could reject at the midpoint here, so that's why I also waited till let's say 710ish. Where is that 710? Yeah, yeah. So for me, I could never enter on that point because we could always reject. Hold on. This wick could have been a rejection here. So that would be, for me, we could go one more leg lower. So that was too much of a risk. And technically, there was no SMT. You see here, there is no 1030 here. And then here, we don't have SMT on ES, on NQ on the 15. So technically, I'm trading without SMT, but hey, it's working out, right? We're in good. We're going. We are going! Yay! Finally, patience paid off. I think this will take a little bit longer. My TP though. Okay, when can I throw? Okay, I can throw my stop now to break even. Now. Beautiful, beautiful distribution. I might be asking a little bit too much of the market now, but I think I have to lower my TP a little bit. But okay, so now we are at the point where we left off yesterday, right? So from here, this was all mitigated, but now it needs to go up here. That's the point. Don't do it on me again. And Q. Go up. I want to check the opening range gap again. Let me just quickly, I need to check yesterday. I just want to make sure that I have my levels correct. I need to check one more. Yesterday's. There's a lot of information. Yeah. Okay, I've seen it. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think it's going to go higher, even. This is just 75%. It was even higher, but I'm not taking it higher. But I think it's going to go higher. So. What you can say? I'm just paper trading now, Joe. But normally I pay. I trade with my own account and funded next. But at the end of year, I don't feel like it anymore. I close my books. I close my brains a little bit and my books. My brains are tired. I don't want to make any more money. No, I was joking. I just didn't feel like trading anymore. End of year. Well, today was a nice day though. Did you see that? You can see right outside that the weather hasn't been wind. Well, it's a little bit of wind right now again, but it's been a little bit better. It's just a lot of wind lately. If you go to the beach, it's hard to have a nice time on the beach when with a lot of wind. But yo, if you want to know the prop firm that I like the most at the moment, that's Funded Next. That will be the prop firm I will go back to as well next year if nothing changes. So also with me being in South Africa, I'm a little bit limited. So I like Funded Next. Yeah, the weather is. I went to the beach after London. Just did a quick walk. It's a beautiful beach with a lagoon and yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's really nice. We have a nature reserve behind it. It's really. I mean, we literally live in a nature reserve here, um, but yeah, it's nice. Joe, I actually use both the Rapid and the Legacy. Why? Because in the past, they both had consistency rules on underfunded, but with the Rapid, you don't have a consistency rule on the in the evaluation phase. So that means you can pass it in one day. So I used to use the Legacy, and then the downside was that um, you have consistency rules on the funded. But now they changed the rules that the legacy, from the legacy, they canceled the consistency rules on the once you're funded. So actually now you need both. You need, I think, the legacy to trade the funded without consistency rules, but then you need 5 days of passing, and the rapid is, the name says it already. You can pass in one day, but then you have consistency rule on the um, on your funded. But it doesn't matter. Like say if you have a small trade, you take your rapid, and then later if you have a larger trade, you go on into your you play with your legacy, right? So so I like both. Depends on. I mean, if yeah, it depends on what kind of trader you are. But sometimes I just want freedom, and then I just want to trade and I don't want to be limited by consistency rules. So that's pretty annoying when you have a large distribution trade and you can't finish it because you have to get out of your trade. Otherwise, you have a problem with your consistency. Thank you for subscribing, Anka Saturana and ZF. That's an easy name, ZF. Nice and short, 2 letters. I love it. Now, um, the question is, how much are we going to go consolidate again? It's 11:31. I don't want to have to wait all day for that last bit of the move. So 11:31. Are you gonna let us wait all the way to the lunch macro? Let's have a look at the 4-hour candle again. What are you doing? How do you look? Oh, no, 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 not you, not you, not you. I'm sorry, guys. It's very distressing. A lot of information there. Sorry about that. Oh, you are starting to look nicer now. You're starting to look a little bit cuter. I like you. A little bit more prettier than before. Okay, we like it. We like it. Oh, and Jay, by the way, it's almost evening here, so we don't tend to go out a lot at night here. I mean, we can go out, but not, you don't go to the beach here late at night. There is a camping, by the way, near the beach, but then you have to check in, which is nice though. But I don't go to the beach at night to hang out. Actually, we're not allowed to unless if you book the camping. It's like you have to get out at 7 o'clock. And most of the times I'm behind my screens here looking at the candlesticks instead of the moon. But with a bit of luck, you can see the moon in my window. um, remember that light, the big ball, the light that I have looks like the moon. Now, what did we say yesterday? This is not the time to take longer trades. You get in, you get out, you get paid, and you run. And what am I doing again? I'm getting in a large trade. I can't help it, guys. This is such a thing with me. But this is not the time to get into large trades, right? Actually, you just have to take it and run, and then, yeah, you see the lamp. And it's so funny that people were asking me, wow, you have such a large moon there, but it doesn't move. Hey, Tamir. You see the lamp? Mm. um, okay, I don't want to see it go below the 10 o'clock, but let's see what happens. So you guys, you know why I'm leaving my stop, why I'm not taking my stop here, because that's because of my stop loss placements. I'm just, okay, I'm gonna be stopped now. $739. So I'm leaving, well, it's tradable, but you just have to take your money faster, right? You cannot trade these long trades. Because it's still, like I said, this 4 hour candle, it could go back and forth. So now why did I not take, normally I would not let so much money on the table. I would have ready to be now, but I'm journaling this, like, okay, what happened? What time did we go back? Why did it not hit that TP again? It did not go further than at 50%, which is very annoying because we still have, but this is a normal retracement MTC. This is not really abnormal. I mean, this is not really, we still have this. If this is a mitigation block, so this is a normal retracement. This is not really abnormal in this sense, but time-wise, everything takes longer, and it is still, we just made a wick. We did not even make a candle out of this consolidation. We just made a wick out of. So it is just it's horrible price action. But then again, this was a nice move. If you've taken your profit here, I mean, it's still a good trade. And I still think we're going to go higher. I still think we're going to go higher, in all honesty. So I think it's still not done yet to the upside. But I don't know if you guys have seen. Do you see where it? If I do this correctly, you'll see that it exactly hit the 33%, the 1/3 level here. So yeah, there's 1 hour. Yeah, what? But now, hey Jay, we also have 4 hour babies. That's even worse, right? Look, we've got 4 hour babies, and we are going to make a ninth one as well. Well, not we, but they are going to make a ninth one. See, because you can see them here as well, right? And we just mimicked the whole. Oh, maybe this is the. We just mimicked this one here. Yeah. So what do we learn today? Do not go for it. Might go to the target because that's an imbalance, but it's going to take it. When you have a wick again, also here, right? You see this wick here. That means it's going to go back and forth. It's not going to go in one line. So, but we'll see. It's going to go back up again, but this is price action, baby. With but at least we moved out of the zone, right? You know what's interesting? That it doesn't really actually goes to any of the areas that it really needs to do its thing. It doesn't go to the downside. It's sort of like it was really near, right, to the downside. Then it goes really near to the upside where it needs to do its thing, and it also doesn't do it. It just this was well, it tapped into it here, but this is where it needs to start doing the work. From here, where was the 75% from here, and then up to here. And the same thing was to the downside, right? And both are from 0 level to 1.25. And also this level was also to 1.25. That I mean, mine was actually higher, but I just marked it to 1.2. But it just doesn't do it. It just stays in an area and it creates new wicks and it just balances out those new little people. But it doesn't go to those new areas or those older areas which needs to be done. And that's very tricky. Yeah, I've seen her. Yeah. I don't know her personally, but I've seen her come by, yes. But she's actually really South African and I'm not. I'm actually, I moved to here. Eleven 21. Now, what did you, 10, 10, 13, 9. I wonder if we are going to, how much points is it between the two gaps? Let me see. Wait, so this 8 to 8. It's 100 again, and where's that N wall? See, we rejected in this wick here. This is the culprit. And we're going down. We're now going back into this wick here. So we're just going to go back and forth in between the, so we're going to go into this wick now. And then when this hour candles, so we have 10 more minutes and most likely we will end somewhere in this wick and then we go back and forth again. Let's see how far we are going to go. Now where's the end wall? Oh, here, you are here. You see, we just need, it's the same thing as the other gap. Like this is halfway mitigated and we just need to do the lower part. But we also have a lot of wicks here. Oh, this is going to take a lot of time. I normally like wicks, but not like this though. This is too much. It just makes it just a lot of time. So 47, 12 more minutes to go. Let's see how far we go into this wick, and then again you have. That's interesting. We might have a first for 1 hour candle without a long wick to the downside. That might be interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to go back to the upside maybe. It's going to create a wick. Lunch macro coming. Yeah, lunch macro starting now in 2 minutes. Lunch macro, let's see. Hey guys, but it could also just go to the downside now, take those lower, or just not do that either, right? Safe trading. Yes, I'll see you later. Well, I don't know how long we're going to be here, but this is not really that exciting, right? Hey, if you made your money, just take your money and run, Jay. Don't give it back to the market. Or just paper trade, but just, just 3 a.m. Eastern, FEG's holding up like a champ, not letting price close above it. Yeah. Okay, 11:50. Macro starting. We're back in the consolidation range, right? So it's not really. So this is all engineered liquidity. We make a buy side, we make a sell side, and we're back at square one. Mm. Okay, let me put this off. What do you do? Yeah, so like it doesn't always work that way, but when you see if you look to the left, like I said a couple of times, and you count the amount of consolidation, a lot of the times, not always again, but like I said, we might have another 4-hour candle just inside. We did make a little spike up, like just exactly like this candle here, right? We actually created sort of an equal high, even though there is candles afterwards, but I do like that. That's sort of like, but then I think we're going to take this out, this level, maybe with the next 4-hour candle, not with this 4-hour candle. Let's see. I want to see if it's exactly equal. High 79475. No, 79375. So one tick, one point difference. So we just mimic this one, right? Okay, so here, now look, if you look at this one, we mimic this one. Now look at this one. This one went down into the, in this area here. But we don't want a wick. We want bodies here. We want like a full 4-hour body. We don't want a wick. But maybe they're just going to mitigate the halfway with the body. Let's see. So maybe the next candle might be to the downside into the area here. Damn, NQ, you're making it hard. Okay, macro started. I need to pay attention in the macro though. What are you going to do? Are you going to go back up? Are you going to finish your job? And the next candle goes to the downside. Is that going to be it? Let me see the 1 hour. Oh, and the wind is starting again here. Of course. M2C to 3 a.m. Eastern FPG from yesterday. $11.55. So 5 more minutes for the 1 hour to finalize. Six, 24, 2, 16. Let's have a look at gold, by the way. What has gold been doing? Ooh, we're just in it for the. Anyone has been trading gold so far? Also, a lot of consolidation. First presented here. Same. There's a 10 o'clock. Also here you see, same as on NQ, 10 and all the times are very close to each other. Even the 10 and the midnight are literally the same, printed on the same line as the. Oh, that's an old 10 o'clock, and the 10 and the 4 here together. It's exactly the same as you can see in NQ, right? All the times are very close to each other. Now here we have a little bit more space. 10 midnight. Oh. Okay, and Q, you are so annoying now. Now this is a suspension block, right? And it happens to be exactly in the first presented. So I do think we get a retest there. Let's see if that's a retest to the upside. Or is it going to go straight through it? I do like it here. Beautiful. Might be a proper retest for another move to the upside. Let's see. But it could also just go now to the downside and take that move to the upside later. Or maybe just leave it. I don't know. See, it's a beautiful suspension block because it has two gaps, right, on the both sides. Now, he didn't really go into it very deep on those, but he just said there's a lot of times when you see that the price will be traded back towards it. And I think especially when it's in a very first presented, it's sort of like looks very like a nice point to retest. I would not like to see that then be disrespected, but let's see, because we're almost at, yes, please do that. Ho ho. Okay, I'm looking at this gap here in the, so that's right over here. Let's see what it does. If it just goes right through it like butter, it's 'Why did you just go back to the same area? I just want to have a, it's so weird to me that it went up exactly to the same. I want to see where we were yesterday. I'm gonna go back to the 15 because it annoys me a little bit. So yesterday that we opened up, okay, the bodies were a little bit higher than the 0 point. Now we just wicked into, so but this was the area that we needed to go into. 9:30. This was the opening. We went up and we went down and we left this. This was the whole gap. Now 0.5. We didn't even go to 0.21 standard deviation. We didn't even go to here. Let me see if I am missing something. Oh. Here we go. Okay, so you are it. You want exactly one standard deviation from this manipulation move. This is not correct. Two and a half, four. Okay, so this is the correct one here. Okay, so where are we now? We're below 0.5. Okay, looks like we're very bearish now, right? What are you doing, Dolly? Okay, let's see if we stay above this level. This is important. This is an important level now. If there's going to be move to the upside, we're going to respect this one, or we're going to go through it and then we're going to go bearish, I guess. It's just so weird. You're so weird and cute today, really. I mean, you are a weirdo. We're in this range again. Didn't even touch 0.33. 1204. Where's my 1202? So it's here, bullish. Okay, let's see. No wick. Okay. Now we created a 1 hour candle without a large wick, so that's actually positive. So let's see if this is going to be a distribution candle, but then you could still. You're so tricky. You would still reject here in this candle here. Yeah, you know, I'm the same. I'm also getting a little bit tired of this price action because it's just sort of like, now I'm still favoring the longs to be honest, but then again, it's just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, if I look at the price, I'm like, okay, this looked like a bearish candle, but then again, it could reject in one of those wicks, but it could also, you know, just trade right through it. But I think we might go back up again from here. But I'm also like, even a paper trade is too much to do, so that's why I'm really happy that I'm not really trading anymore, because it's sort of like now a gamble, right? And to be honest, because there is imbalances on both sides, and we're in consolidation area on higher time frame on 4 hour, and now again, are we going to get a market structure shift now? Good. I mean, we are, you know, we're just a lot of time distortion. I don't think it has a lot of imbalances left, so this is just it. Maybe those two that we're aiming for now. Maybe those are the last ones. I think there's a little bit more lower, but they could leave them, I guess. I wonder how much they leave for next year. Or hello, Dolly. What do you want to say? Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so cute. I've got such a cute kitty Kitty. Every time I see her, she makes me smile. She's just so adorable. Oh, you're so cute. She's like a little teddy bear. You are just like a little teddy bear. Oh, you're so pretty. Yeah, if this macro is done, I think, you know, guys, I don't think there's really, like I actually, you know, I already thought this might happen, like we're going to get just 4 hour consolidation. It's actually a miracle that we had the move to the upside. It's a miracle. Oh my God. That was actually the only move, I guess, right? The long. I'm happy that I called that. Now, in real life, I would not have I would have taken profits, guys, but I journal just to try to figure out what's happening in price and why it's doing it. So that's why I let it happen. I have screenshots. Like, okay, if you trade that and that's your entry, and you you raise your stop loss on that area, then you get stopped. Well, obviously you get stopped out anyway because it went a little bit lower. But it's also like to understand what's happening in the market. So is this technically, was this a manipulation move or a distribution, right? Or maybe neither. Maybe it wasn't anything. I do think it could have been. I don't think we're going to get the distribution move now. So it wasn't either or either. So I'm trying to understand that. That's why I left it to journal it. So don't get a wrong idea that I leave my money, that I would leave it all the way. But I'm working on my stop loss placement, not to trail too fast. But then again, in this situation, I waited till half of the move was done, and even then it just fully reversed, right? Tamir, no, yeah, January 1st is a bank holiday. It's New Year's all over the world, so everything is closed. Nothing on January 1st. January 2nd, I have to think about that, to be honest. Thank you for reminding me. I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in the. But January 1st, everything is closed, Tamir. So no trading, no market, nothing is open. Not in London, not in US. So the first we have a holiday. We are all going to relax. No one's going to trade. Maybe crypto. You can trade crypto, I think, but I don't know if there's much to trade in crypto at the moment. I don't know. I don't think so, right? There's really not much to do. Toot. Oh. Okay. So 1 hour. Yeah, and I think the January 2nd everything is open again, Tamir, but I think it will be low volume as well on January 2nd because a lot of people are still on holiday but the markets are open as normal. So I think the January 1st, I think Asia will start again. January 2nd will be a full day again. Is there news, by the way, on January 2nd? Could be, right? I don't know. It's a Friday, by the way, right? I think. Um, Mm, no, just or a yellow folder news in the US and 9:45. Final manufacturing PMI, so not really interesting. Um, but there will be London session on Friday the 2nd, I guess. London is operating, yes. And I guess from the 5th we will really go back to normal, right? Everything back to normal. Thank you, Diggy Dan. Welcome. Welcome. And we're back between 30 and 20%. We're back between those two fair value gaps. We're back in the range. We're just back where we started. We are just back. It's all back. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not touching it. I really think I do think now. Let's have a look at the 4 hour candle again. So, well, I do think if you look at the 1 hour though, it looks like we might expand a little bit now, right? You see, look how it's the first one without a wick here to the downside. So, or a very, very, very small one. We opened lower than the close. So that could signify some expansion to the downside. Um, could. But then again, I could reject because it could reject in this wick again, right? Let's measure the wick. Even these measurements don't really work today. It's really weird. It doesn't really tap into the normal levels. It's really, it's just a little bit off. Let me see here. Okay, we are below the 50% of that wick, so that is for short is positive, right? But it could slam back on the let me quickly go to the 4 hour. Let me readjust a little bit. I want to see. It looks nice for a short though, to be honest. I think we're gonna expand. It looks like we might expand a little bit lower on the 1 hour. You see? Looks very. Yeah. It's the first one without a large wick, this one. So let's see if we can go below the 20%. Maybe it might drop very fast now. Or not. Maybe catch everyone short and then it goes back up. Oh, there you go again. Another FU for the people that went short, right? Yeah, I think the only move was I think the long wasn't too bad, but you just needed to take. I mean, it didn't tap into this. You've seen it how these fair value gaps have been really working really well, and again, it doesn't even tap into it. It's very nasty, and here it does, and here these ones work perfectly, but this one should work perfectly just as much. But then it doesn't hit TP. It doesn't go. It doesn't take out the liquidity. It doesn't take. It does take out liquidity, but not the levels that that you normally would target. So, yeah, good night, Amir. I'm also going to not make it too long because there's nothing really to do. It is not really nice price action. It is too unpredictable and just maybe a two, it might just do both, right? It might take out both sides. Like I said, the minutes normally are not so volatile, but hey, anything is possible. Guys, do you have any questions before I leave you? Tomorrow I think I'll do a London session to see the last price action of the day, the year. Say goodbye to the year, the charts of 2025. And then next year we welcome 2026. New charts, fresh starts. I hope we get better price action than this though. I am gonna watch it though. I will watch the price. I will post some stuff in the Discord if I see something very significant, but and otherwise I will go over it tomorrow in London. But I don't think it might be interesting though in too, but maybe even not then. But remember, we also have the last day of the month, right? Tomorrow. So, no questions, guys? Any comments, questions before I let you go? Well, for me, there's two targets that are very significant. I'll point them out again. Let me show you on the 4. So that's this N walk here, this one here, the level right below this candle here. So this is an area would I love to have seen being mitigated. So that's 620 to, let's say, 600 to make it easy. And then on the top, I also had, by the way, oh, I also have this level here, but I think that's a little bit too high. We'll disregard that end dog, but who knows? And then also, for me, it was this whole area above, from here to previous day high. This whole area, that's also, so I've both areas that have my interest, but none of them are being traded to. It dibbles in the middle, right? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't take both of them. So very curious, very weird. Yes, Happy New Year, Tamir. Well, maybe see you in London, right, tomorrow. Are you going to be in London session? Almost New Year, yes. Oof. It's going to be an exciting year. But for those that I don't see in London, and if I don't see you tomorrow at all, thank you, Tamir, for bye-bye. I wish everyone a happy New Year for those I don't see anymore, and I hope to see you get back in 2026. And those that I will see tomorrow in London, we will maybe go through I don't want to say we're going through some more suffering, but no, we'll see. We're just going to read some price and just ease our way out of the market and say bye-bye to the charts for this year. Yeah, but for now, I'm going to leave this beautiful consolidation area and say thank you, NQ. You have been horrible today. Yeah, nothing else to add, I guess. Okay, no questions, no comments. Then nothing else rests me to say that, guys, I love you so much for joining and just supporting me. You've been such an awesome bunch of people. Really. This journey has been amazing because of you guys. Can't say anything else than that. So, with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow or not. And if not, Happy New Year and see you in 2026. Ciao, ciao.